Greetings, this is Greg. This is the third in a series that I'm doing on college prep um, or boarding schools for Black students. So in this episode, it's been sort of an off-the-cuff sort of venting situation, and I haven't organized at the front in terms of having a conversation. So I wanted to look at athletic prowess, particularly when it comes to Black male students. Um, I really think that if you're a great athlete, congrats. If you're a Black male student, congrats. You're a minor celebrity, both for current students and former alumni. So I want to encourage you to leverage your athletic capabilities to the hilt. How can you do this? Number one is spend some time with your coach to learn about graduates of your school that that played the sport that you're playing well, and then contact them. The reason I want you to do this is that there's a kinship you have with these former students that now give you opportunities to meet people and have an instant rapport with them as you're going forward. Another element of this is that your school will have something called the Alumni Magazine. I would try to if possible take, a, a day each year or a few hours each year to read backwards through as many of those issues as you can. And the reason is what you'll start learning about is there are many alumni that were successful, sometimes even in your own sport, that love the school and love what you bring as a star athlete there. And they're happy to give you summer jobs or other opportunities that regular students won't necessarily get. You'll particularly notice that members of the board of trustees of your school will be some of the folks that are out there with great opportunities for summer jobs, etc., that could really be helpful to what you're trying to accomplish. Another vehicle to consider is you may want to talk with your current teachers, especially the ones that have been at the school for 10, 20, 30 years, because they'll have a mental Rolodex and a personal relationship with many alumni who are extremely successful. And by getting a referral from one of their old instructors to these alumni, it's a great way for access to opportunity to learn more and get opportunities to jobs and other opportunities that you won't get through the regular application process. And don't be surprised if these folks are spread through far and wide. The next item that I'd recommend is try to make an effort to find students that are at schools that you're targeting for applications. So if possible, go stay in the dorm for a night, hang out at the school. The brochures all look terrific and say that that school is the perfect place for you. But you may be surprised when you get on campus, both what you hear as you listen to other students, as well as other feedback that you'll get that you wouldn't have gotten had you not gone to that institution. One other thought that comes to mind that I didn't do when I was in school is I would, for every instructor that you have, as well as for the best regarded instructors at your school, I would sit down with each of them for at least 5 minutes and go completely back through their CV, meaning I'd love to learn more. Where did you go to elementary school? Where did you go to grade school? Where did you go to high school? Where did you go to college? How did you choose your major? All of these questions are excellent. And the reason is it gives you an understanding of that instructor in a completely different way. And because of the effort you're making to understand that instructor, they will bend over backward to help give you opportunities that other people may not get. So this is part of building rapport with instructors as well as the administration that could serve you well going into the future. Another item that I'd recommend is, because the most successful / wealthiest families and students will be spread throughout the school, there are going to be opportunities to build rapport with folks from very successful families. And you'd be surprised how many situations some of the guys you thought that were just mediocre students or mediocre successful at your school are actually tabbed by their fathers and grandfathers to take over the family firm. So um, I'm not saying you should be everybody's buddy buddy, but building a lot of enemyships with people is not a good idea, because some of the best benefits you'll get from the school is exposure to your classmates and their families, and then opportunities that come from that exposure. It could be opportunities in the form of jobs, or maybe if you're starting a company, they may choose to invest, or it could be information that you wouldn't have known had you not had that relationship. There are all these possibilities. Um, the other thing to note is that in many cases, the students don't think their parents are cool. So the fact that you get along with parents and students could actually be a feather in your cap that allows you access to those parents. And those parents will take you on as one of their kids and give you opportunities job-wise, advice-wise, etc., that they only give to their kids because their kids aren't interested, but you are interested in what they're having to say. So those are some really awesome opportunities to build rapport and relationships. And if you get a chance to, go visit the homes or families of classmates, take it, because this really gives you an opportunity to be exposed to some quality folks. Um, the other recommendation I would make as I was thinking about this is that there's going to be a natural tendency for you to hang out with other black students, or teammates, or etc. Um, Try, if you're going to class, or class selection, to not be in the grill of your best buddies all the time. So what I noticed in college was that there are certain athletes, like football players, who all take the same class and they all sit next to each other. And so they spent most of their college years sitting next to the same group of people. And it stifles your opportunity to meet smart people that can teach you things and become part of your friend base going into the future, where they'll have a lot of respect for you and be willing to give you opportunities that might be out the box. So if you're serious about being successful, do not spend every waking moment with the black students on campus. Get out, join clubs that people wouldn't expect you to join, etc. I think you'd be impressed by the opportunities that might come from that.